This video is on why I treat Gembone. This is going to be a real easy example here to start out with. So this piece looks good, treated, and it will polish good. But before treatment, this is what it looked like. Spider web with little fractures. Even though it had beautiful colors, this thing would not stay together if you were to chop it up further. But with treatment, you're able to bring it to life and save some beautiful bone. So that's the easiest. This right here, beautiful area, but you have this gray green in the cells, and that's softer, and it's also porous. So if you treat it, you're going to have a lot more stable material to work with. I used a two-part epoxy resin called Hextol. This was treated with super glue or cyanoacrylate. As you can see, didn't hold up too well. In fact, I'm not quite sure how nice the bone is under this. It looks like it's pretty darn good. I bought it, kind of a gamble, but this will not withstand the test of time. Hextol won't yellow with UV exposure, and it also won't crack up like this thing did. Another reason I treat is I found that there is a lot of bone out there that the webbing will actually etch out like you see right here. So when it's exposed to your sweat, various water, chlorine, mild acids, that webbing in between the cells will slowly etch away. Yes, you can cut something from this area right here and it will be absolutely great, but over time that webbing is going to etch out. You can either seal it with a wax or permanently seal it with Hextol, and you won't have issues further down the line. When you look at bone in the rough, you're going to get a good indication if it's been surface exposed on how extreme that webbing will etch out. This one almost looks like Swiss cheese with how much it etched. Here's another really good example. Here's one that I'm showing as an example of, all right, the webbing is softer. Yes, the cells are raised, but you still see some of the webbing. In fact, you see a lot of surface area of webbing. So most likely this is going to be pretty stable. It's not quite the extreme of this. Probably not going to have issues further down the line. Here's another one. Beautiful desert patina. Varnish, whatever you want to call it. So this is cut, and you can see there's actually some pitting in some of the webbing. When you look at this closely, I'm not sure how well it shows on camera, but you'll actually see calcite in the webbing. It ends up being the shimmer. That is another indication that this will etch out when exposed to acids over time. So again, another piece I'd seal up. Here's an example of webbing that just is really soft. It's going to fall out. Again, really beautiful colors in this bone, but without Hextol or something to stabilize that webbing, the cells may crumble and pick out. You can see this surface area really isn't all that even because of that. So some of the cells probably chipped out because of it. You can also have fun. Do things like this, cap it, make it thin, then back it with glow in the dark, chrysocolla, whatever. Treatment can also be fun. Do things you don't normally see. This had voids, filled it with chrysocolla. So not only can you stabilize, you can also add some artistic influence into your work with epoxy resins as well. You see it with knife makers and across various industries. Dinosaur bone isn't the only thing that's treated. Turquoise and many other gems. Sapphire is heated. Yeah, I could go on and on. I want to show a couple examples of stuff that would probably stand up again to the test of time without too many issues, at least like my lifetime or yours. Eons go by and you're probably going to have issues, but again, you have a nice desert patina, kind of shiny. There is slight etching, but again, you got to consider that webbing's going to be softer than the hard agate cells. That versus this, big difference. This, you see, it goes very deep. This, just minor on the surface. Another thing you'll see, this is an isn't a good example of that, but a lot of bone, when cut like this, you'll see the cell wall change color from here to here, where that surface is. That's another indication that that cell wall will etch out pretty easy. So things to keep in mind: why I treat, when I treat. I don't always treat. You add value to pieces that need treatment. You take away value if it doesn't need treatment. So know your material. Ask for advice if you don't, from somebody who is knowledgeable. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.